Oh, and there it is. There it is, guys. So the intro stage, pretty straightforward. You want to hold the right of the D-pad as much as possible, trying to kill some enemies, just reduce the lag, and avoid taking damage, except when you get to the bees.
Yeah, the beast has actually three patterns. They can either throw missiles, they can either throw bullets, and they can be passive and do nothing, which is something you really don't want. So far we see the beast having a actually really good pattern.
Turn by getting the machine gun right there, having some really nice HP going through the next session of the game. You will probably go for the task car, as we call it.
Yeah.
When you have when you have 5 HP or more, you want to go for that strat because it's also faster and it's a nice way to grab some HP. So there it will do some damage on the car, not too much to kill them. And then after that jump, it did nice dodge there. He will ride them, take some damage, and just like that, just optimizing the movement.
As you can see, they keep the momentum of the card. Now, Square One may have one problem here, I believe. No, he actually did it. Okay. Having a really good shape of both them.
And
Oh, really nice vials.
nice RNG there. While we are waiting through that cutscene, we need to mention that you need to be lower than 3 HP or less for Vile to actually shoot that paralyzing spark at you. So if you do, it will shoot it at you, and there's RNG base that can either jump really far away, or as you saw on both of these runners, still stay close to them and making this cutscene quite faster.
Now we're going with Penguin, where the true game actually starts. We're gonna see that movement is actually really important because the first half you don't have the dash.
Yeah, the dash boost upgrade that's coming up that stage quite shortly is necessary for speedrunning. It fastens the pace quite a bit and it makes a lot of movement pretty fast. And also there's a bug glitch, call it the way you want, with the dash boost that if you shoot a lemon while X is dash speed movement, it will do twice damage as a regular lemon. So that fastens quite a lot of section of this game.
Also, what you may have seen is that both of them are actually grabbing every slope jump they can. And what is the slope jump is pretty much when you go downwards a slope and you jump, you get a certain boost on speed and you can actually jump a bit higher than normal. Now you can do this slope twice after getting the boots, just to do faster these pillars, like you see Darren trying to do.
And as I saw on Square One stream, he's actually using the English version of the game. The reason why most of the top runners are using the Japanese version is because the text box are quite faster. If I recall, it's about 13 seconds
Yeah.
of thing. So, if you're going for a world record in this game, that's something you want. But I mean, it's a nice time save to have, but that's not everything. The movement and technique in the game
Yeah,
are
definitely.
quite important.
Pretty much like MJ said, the movement here is important.
So for Pigment Fight, What you want to not see is, oh my, the double.
Those slides. You really don't want to see slides here.
Mostly because when he's doing them, he's invulnerable, so you're not able to damage him. So you have to sit through the whole animation of it, and you hope he's not going to do a double, a triple, or I even heard that he can do 4 of them back to back. So that would be
And
quite
that is
unfortunate.
totally true. Yeah, I have experimented those jumps, those sliders. They're not something you want to see.
So the next stage coming up, Commander stage, pretty technical stage, one of the most vertical one. There's a lot of optimization in the movement there. What you want to avoid for top runners, especially when you're jumping so vertically, you want to be able to do some platform jump instead of walking because it's a couple of frames faster, but gotta go fast.
Yeah, every frame counts when you are like on the top rounds of the game. Now Square having a bit of problems there, but nothing too much. Now this turtle climb can actually change depending on
Blow
how
that out of there.
how high you grab the ladder or how low. If you grab it on the middle, you ensure that the first turtle is gonna throw missiles and just throwing your game and timing. And Darren having a really good and clean climb.
Yeah, for this climb, especially the inside one that Darrenville is right now, it's as hard as you want it to be. You can go as fast as you can and be like, damn, this is impossible, but you can slow the pace just a little bit, and that climb become quite easier. So on Commander there, Darrenville going for Tango and quite got it.
Really, really good tango, and Square having a bit of lag issue on the climb.
Still managed to do a pretty clean time. Darrenville just making quick work going there.
Now Square aiming for the tango.
So for the Tango, basically you just want to release a shot, dash toward him. Don't jump when you're doing so, because that will just initiate another RNG movement that Commander can do. Square 1 had the first part of it quite well, but still jump a bit too early, so it's just initiate teleport on Commander.
Yeah, it might seem to be like a really hard trick to pull out, but it's actually, I wouldn't say easy, but the frame window to jump is very forgiving.
It sure is, and Darrenville now getting into the cave, Team Committee on stage. I think some
Really
nice
well cave.
RNG. No bomb.
Wow.
Even if it's RNG based, that's something you don't see quite often, and it's really nice to have. You just don't have to worry about HP drop that will slow you down, so you just can keep going as fast as you can.
Yeah, one clean rock cave will save you at least 2 or 3 seconds, depending on how many times you get hit. Now a Square is going again RT to grab the armor.
The armor is quite a useful item, especially for a new runner, and even if we are talking about new runner, it's not an item you have to be ashamed of getting, because
Yeah.
later on in the stage, especially in the final stage, everything will hit you quite hard, and that special piece of armor reduce every damage you take by half, and it's not a small matter.
Yeah, when you're starting, it's like I said, don't be ashamed. The only thing is a trade. You miss 50 to 55 seconds, but in exchange, you can actually survive more often, and it guarantees you that you won't game over.
And even if we are to do a quick talk about the final boss of this game, pretty much 2 hit will kill you. But with this piece of armor and some safety, you can think about 4 or 5 hits, which could actually save your run. So it's not something to forfeit if you just want to go fast.
And now we saw Darren doing the fast climb, even though when you were on the elevators you saw a bit of lag there. That, even with that lag, it's even faster than just doing it normally. Really nice days for part of Darren. Very straightforward.
And Square One coming out for Kimian fight. Pretty straightforward fight. One of the easiest one if you know the drill, if I can call it that way. You want to make sure you hit him as fast as you can when his high frame are wearing off. And as you're seeing right now, just Kimian is just dancing through Square One too. Well done. I believe that was a nice fight wherein by.
Yeah, definitely.
Did he get even dive? Not sure. So Darren Vi coming up for Mendro stage. There's a lot of technical movement in that stage. The most technical one, I mean. You can use ice to do some pretty fascinating damage, because ice, when you shoot it, it will break through, and I believe it's like 5 or 6 of the spark that will do some damage. And you can actually do a dash ice that will actually explode the enemy
inside.
Yeah, that will fasten. Just, I don't know how to explain this.
Now, Square One just went to grab the sub tank, which is a really smart move because that's one of the E tanks that is on the way. So it's definitely a good choice to grab.
Yeah, you just lose a couple of seconds, maybe 10, 15.
Yeah, probably like that.
And that could save your life, making you avoid a death that could cost you minutes. So, really a safe item that you want to grab, especially if you're starting to run the game and want to get good at it.
Ooh, starting with dives on Square.
Oh, I believe that was 3 dives.
I think it was 3 or 4. Not too bad since you have the Stingray.
So for Spot Mind Drill right there, not much to talk about. There's one thing though. During the fight, you can actually ice him permanently. Like his eyes just disappear and you froze him again. But actually, the high frame for him to take damage is faster. Is shorter.
Yeah, shorter.
Than the iframe for the highs. So you want to do damage to him on that. But it's kind of tricky. But that's something that really
you definitely get used to.
And we have Square One going for Mammon 5th, I believe.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, he changed going for this.
Actually, for Mammoth stage, though, we need to mention that it really doesn't matter when you're doing it, as long as you have the tornado, so you can actually do him right after Eagle, and you won't lose any time because of the weapon or anything. Just people tend to do it last, but it doesn't change much.
Yeah, the reason why people try to do it last is because it really doesn't have any amount of RNG, except maybe the robots that could maybe drop on the conveyor belts at the end. But other than that, there's really not much RNG. And darrenville just going for his first safety, I believe, grabbing the heart on Armadillo, which is another stage which is really straightforward. And just these cards are the only difficult part of the stage.
And he nails it pretty well.
Yeah, he really nails it quite well.
And to mention, the heart in Armadillo stage is fast and one pick, and it's right there. You're losing about a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds to grab it because of the animation. So it's right there, and it actually allows you to take some, at least one extra hit on most of the final stage.
And a really, really good fight there. Armadillo is known to actually be really, really trolly.
So square one going with the tornado strat into that hallway. It's not the fastest one, but one of the most easy strat to master. So you're gonna be maybe losing 2 seconds over the best strat there is for that hallway, and it really just got short on all the weapon swap you have to do.
Now Darren going with Octopus there, really, really smooth.
Yeah, at the beginning of the stage, you notice that he actually does a dash over the turtle there. That's a pretty basic strat, but it's quite technical to actually pull it off because, whoa, quick reaction
was
there.
close.
Oh,
We're going on the last part before Mandrill and almost dying there.
my God, that clutch!
That jump.
Darrenville trying to do the quick kill on the snake there, just moving up too fast, and I believe his tornado was a bit too late, the release.
Mandrill starting with the jump.
Also for Octopus, they fight there. You want to use the rolling, that's his weakness, and there's so much going on in that fight. Darrenville pulling off quite a nice start, having only 1 tornado so far. Yeah, sorry for that. Coming through just. But still, 2 tornado from Octopus is not a bad deal. Use about 2.5 seconds if you're waiting it out. You can actually get grabbed on purpose and mash your way through, but there's a chance of you actually soft-locking the fight, making it impossible to avoid a death there.
Oh yeah, that's true. I totally forgot about that.
And the sadly thing about it is that you're just frame perfecting, smashing your way out, and you just hit the wrong frame.
Now Darrenville opting to go with the bottom route. And we're having a bit of problems on that halfway.
So yeah, in Armadillo, one of the, how can I say that, easiest stage to learn and to speedrun, because basically you're just riding a cart for about maybe a third of the stage, but there's one thing that you want to avoid, and it's getting off the cart. And there at square one is jumping, but that's not something random people do just to waste some time, because in that section, if you're not jumping at some specific time, you will spam some bird, as we saw in the square one, that will increase the lag in the game. Lose a lot of time.
Ew, that Armadillo not being the most optimal one, but still quite well done. Now Darrenville is finally done with his Mavericks and is going to pass on the Sigma stages. While Scare 1 is on his last one with Octopus.
Yeah, so they are not that far apart. They are barely one stage apart. So we're still at the point where armor that actually Square One picked, which cost him about a minute, could turn out into a big shot.
Yeah.
So for that section in first final stage, that seems like a leap of faith, and he got him.
Very nicely done.
That leap of faith is called that way because you're barely jumping to your death if you miss that platform. There's, as long as you actually initiate the jump, if you missed it, that could cost you a lot.
Yeah, usually you don't want to stop pressing right, but at the same amount of time, if you were to stop the platforms, you only have 6 frames. You have to wait 6 frames to actually start moving right. Otherwise, the dash jump won't work, and then you will truly jump to your death. Square having problems there with his dash jump. And he might not be going for the quick kill. That's one of the disadvantages of doing like that. You create a lot of lag that could potentially make you lose time. And quite nice fight with Darrenville and Vile. Octopus starting with tornadoes, which is something you may want or not. It's really dependent on how much life left you have. Now Darrenville just starting the refights, trying to do the double shot on Kuwanger. Now you could do the tango dance with the missiles, but the problem is that Kuwanger does a backtrack or a backdash longer than if you were just shoot. Now Darrenville is going against Boss Spider, which is actually a quite interesting fight because there is a mini game. This is a mini game within a fight. For those that don't know, the main mechanic of this game is called Amitakuji or called Ghost Leg, in which the spider just going down on the horizontal legs, on the vertical legs, and then changing his direction depending on how the horizontal lines are made. So he could start on the middle one and then end on the far left or far right.
And what you don't want to see is this kind of pattern. The pattern itself is not a bad deal, but getting the baby spider really cloud your way to see the pattern because you have to kind of focus on dodging them to not take some extra damage, especially if you don't have the armor, because even the baby spider does about 4 damage X.
Oh my god, that's gonna cost him.
And dying on Buzz Spider is something you want to avoid because, as you're saying on Darrenville right now, he's pretty low on ice, so he will try to avoid wasting them as much as he can.
Now we can act on Buster only.
Alright, now we have to deal with Buzz Spider for half HP, so that's gonna be quite tricky.
Especially because the pink shot is a bit slower. But this gives Square a better chance to catch up.
Yeah, especially since he has the armor. So the death that Darrenville actually experienced will not have happened if he had the armor. So that will actually make it way safer for Square One to actually catch up on this. So managed to pull it through without taking any damage on their own life. That's impressive. So at the start of this stage, you want to charge this thing. There's some way you can tackle that for first section.
Yeah.
They're having clean first one though. So for the refight for Penguin, well, it's RNG based. You don't have any power on that, and that's a bad start for Darrenville. Though,
Very nice penguin so far.
the wall. And well, that
First
was
time.
slide.
Yeah, first time I see a penguin so well done. Or so well behaved, because penguin does whatever it wants.
Yeah, it's skill based, but still you have to deal with the RNG, and he had the good one on his side. So we have square one. You want to make sure you don't jump
Yeah.
going down, because if he may actually release some spider on the way. And as we are able to see right now, Square One is taking quite some damage from a lot of stuff happening on the boss fighter, but still, he's still alive because of the armor.
And he still have one more sub tank.
So as long as he's taking his time there, reading the pattern. Alright, only one shot left. And only one heist will do. Ooh.
Very nice done.
Oh my, that was clutch.
Now darrenville against Ragnar Bank, that started with Blue Eyes, which is really, really good. Blue Eyes and Red Eyes is what you want from Ragnar. Oh my god, it's another dead from Darrenville. And now the problem is he doesn't have as much stingrays. He may have to use Rolling Shield. Or going for that buster. And
anything to pull this off with the Buster, that's something that Darrenville is pretty good at. As we mentioned right before the race start, Darrenville is especially a low percent runner and as well as a Buster only. So we have Square One coming up for the Eagle 3 fight. We will see how many dives he gets.
Darren going for the armadillo skip, doing it very cleanly.
So far so good for Square One. Oh, one dive. Two dives?
One dive's not really bad.
Yeah, but on that kind of pattern, getting one dive and coming down for the last hit is actually slower than him keeping diving, but that's just RNG based. The runners have no power on this. That's quite unfortunate though. So we'll see how Square One face that in the Banga fight.
Oh, starting with green eyes. Definitely not something you want.
Not going for the quick kill on the noise though. He's making sure to not take some damage from anything. So far it's going quite well.
Yeah, you really don't want to kill the nose first if you have the two eyes still alive.
So darrenville getting the fish minute there, but didn't quite release his spark charge late enough.
Now Darren going for the armadillo skip.
Square one, you mean?
Sword bond, yeah. Going for the safety. The armadillo skip.
Yeah, it's a bit slower, but just taking damage the way he did, make sure that you are actually in the perfect position to reach the slide, making sure that at 100% you're gonna get it. It's slower, but if you actually miss the quick way to do it, you will lose the whole fight time, which is about maybe a minute or so.
Yeah. And Darren went top route before doing Mammoth. I really thought he was going to go up just to grab that extra health.
He's
So
fine. He doesn't need this.
I don't know, like, he has died pretty much on every Sigma boss.
Yeah, the reason people would go top route, especially since that section is already going to be pretty laggy, you're gonna get that 8 extra HP drop that's on the way. So it will make it way safer for T-Rex that's coming up in the revive. Because on contact are, well, pretty much what this guy can do will do 8 damage. darrenville is under that, so you need to be careful there.
Oh my god, there is. This gives a chance to Square to keep going. It's just 2 Mavericks away.
And
Nice! He's essentially went for the boomerang.
that was a nice grab. And we need to mention again, Square One actually has the armor, which will reduce the HP you will take by half on every hit he takes. So that may actually turn in his favor. Yeah.
Very clean fight.
Walrus is mentioning something pretty important. If darrenville actually had taken a game over there, he did grab some extra life along the way.
Oh yeah, he did had 1 drop actually of life.
Yeah, I remember that. So now he's on his last life. It won't matter as much, and he will actually save time if the worst was to happen. But if he had taken a game over on DX, that would have pushed him back to the beginning of the stage because he would have to do the refight once again.
Yeah. Oh nice, going for the double hit there, right there. Really good dog so far. Very clean, not getting hit.
Yeah, that was some good RNG, but that was also pretty nice execution right there.
Darren so far has grabbed 2 hearts, I believe. Oh no, just 1 heart. It's just grabbed 1 heart,
Yeah,
which was
just 1 heart.
the armadillo heart.
He just grabbed an extra life on the way for RNG drop. It was not on purpose, he actually just grabbed it along the way.
Square One missing those boomerangs.
Still managing to pull through, so he's not that far behind.
Now Darren really needs to be careful here.
He has 1 extra safety hit to take. We see how the club behind are going there.
Really nice claw so far.
Making sure you avoid the lightning. So nice. Ooh, taking the
GG.
damage boost.
Ending it with a 34-42. Now Square not far behind, starting his Guard fight.
Yeah, I don't know what his time for this right now, but he certainly is on a good pace.
I think he's on a really good pace. I don't remember if it was 38 or low 37. So he might be on PV pace.
And they're taking one hit from the dog, but since he has armor, that's only does 4 damage to him, so we have some extra hit. So that strategy with the Jedi fight in the Spark is quite technical and not easy to pull off. And you also want to make sure you're not wasting too many of these Spark, because every Spark does 2 damage on Jedi. You have 28 of them, so a max of 56 possibility, and he has 32 HP. So if you miss too many of them, you may run out of ammo pretty quickly. There was no issue there for Square One.
Really nicely done.
And yeah, also with the armor, actually Square One has some HP left with the sub-10 pick early.
He might want to grab to use that E-Tank right now.
And he is at about 6 HP right now, so he don't want to take a lightning in the face. And wow,
Very nice,
PB.
36, 44.
That's a PB for Square One.
That is a PV for Square One. GG.
He may have lost the race for the first of these best of 3, but that's a PB for him. That's a win for him against himself.
Definitely, he actually went from a 37.03 to a 36, so it's quite a PV to do. Very, very nice.
So that was the first race of a best of 3. As we saw on Square One, is not that far behind from Darrenville. He can actually pull off a win there. So that will pull off third match. We'll see how it goes. Darrenville did take some death along the way, but
Yeah, they were really, really close.
yeah, these death where it could have been really costly if he didn't get that extra life in the way, and that could have turned out into actually Square One win. So you don't want to cut him short.
Now I think they're getting ready.
Alright, they are getting ready for the next race, so we just have some time to kill right now. So
Yeah, in the meantime, just give those runners a follow. They're really great, they really deserve it. You won't regret it.
yeah, and either of these runners are going to get better and better at the game, because there's no better way to get better than just keep playing it. And we have a tournament going on right now, so that's what's going to happen. They are going to keep getting better, and we may even have some PB. Keep going.
And also, later on this day, at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we have the last race of the day, and it's a race you really don't want to miss. We have Tai Vega against Tiki. So that's definitely a good race that you don't want to miss right on this channel.
Yeah, Tiki, especially being he was called the grandpa of the MMX community for a while, and I believe it's still the case. He was one of the early runner of this game.
Yeah, we're gonna see some really, really good races. Indeed, we have Tiki against Tai Vega coming up. As far as I remember, we're gonna see Tiki doing a 2012 strat on Mega Man X,
Yeah, he was
according to the rumor.
He was mentioning this in the tournament channel. Like, I will be using some 2012 strat. Like, well, everyone loves some nostalgia, so that will be quite interesting to watch.
Yeah, we're going full old school.
And we'll see if he's able to pull off some win with pretty old school, because that was already 5 years ago.
And then we have Tai Vega, which is not gonna use his normal swag style of gaming play, but he's going full on doing the try hard pants just to try and beat Tiki.
And if you don't know, Tai Vega is renowned for his K-pop.
Yeah, he's very renowned for the K-pop. And if you see, we have some clips of the carpet and the eagle fight. Really, really funny one. You may want to check it out.
Yeah, he did that in his last race. That was quite funny to watch. So we have two runners that will be pretty interesting, and that will have a lot of their levels. So we will see who's able to pull off a win there. Because since this tournament is the group stage right now, every match, even if you are at the beginning of the stage for tournament, are best of 3. So even if one of them pull off a win, the other one has a chance to pull off another one and push up third match. So that will be something pretty interesting toward in this tournament.
Okay, I think they're finally getting ready, I guess.
Yeah, they are ready, all good, so...
Oh yeah, we're just waiting. I think it's a bio break.
Yes, I will be right back.
But yeah, guys, remember at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Tai Vega against Tiki. Okay, they're still getting ready, still on the bio break. So remember to throw all of these racers, all of these runners, a follow. You won't regret it, especially if you like Mega Man X. Okay, we seem to be ready to start this next lap, and here we go. Also, for many, the intro stage is pretty much the end game because of how many people have died here. And believe me, you really don't want to die here, even though it's normal, and it won't be the first nor the last time we're gonna see people dying on the intro. All you can do here is pretty much smash and try to avoid as much lag as you can. Darren getting the good pattern while Square One getting a passes one. Ooh, Square got into pacifist one, not something you want, and this is why it's a good example. You just got to the bottom, unless you can actually smash fast enough that you can traverse the B with just one hit. Darren jumping on the edges just to avoid the lag. And Darren might as well go for the task cards. Actually, I think Square One might try to. Ew, that health drop almost getting it.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Man, my sister just had her baby.
Oh my god.
So yeah, we are back. I'm pretty happy right now.
Well guys, we have our first baby on the race. That is something to celebrate. Really nice sheep with Darren.
Yeah, we'll see how Vice is going. Oh my, that's a... Oh!
That's not something you want. Now Dois is actually an uncle, yeah. We have the next gen of speedrunners. Just burning here. Burning?
Yeah.
You guys get it.
Let's just focus on the race right now. So the first stage they are going to pick right now is Pikmin stage, because in that stage they are going to grab the dash boot upgrade that will make the game go quite faster. So
something some runners do is, just like in the classic Mega Mans, as soon as you come to the stage, you do just one small jump just to initiate Mega Man's movement a bit faster. And this is pretty much the only stage where you do it, since, like, once again, you do not have the dash for half of the stage.
And we need to mention again that the slop jump that they are doing, like darrenville is doing right now, the slop jump also make X go faster on the movement, but also make him able to jump higher. So that's a good thing to do some display tech in that section of the game.
And once you combine every slope jump, you can actually save quite a few time. Something worth to notice is that almost every runner has failed killing the ostrich after getting the boots. Darren having some problems with the snow shooter.
Not a big deal though, there are some strategy in that section that you actually can take some damage boost to be able to dash through some of these enemies, so that's doing fine. And we'll see how the Pikmin fight goes with the RNG.
And not as good as that one, with a lot of slides. We have 3 sliders so far. Oh my god, this is not good.
That's
Now,
something we didn't mention for the penguin fight. For a speedrunner, even if the fight is pretty trivial, casual because you can just grab the wall and do quite some safety way. If you want to optimize the fight, that comes into a lot of RNG and execution base, which can actually cost you quite a lot.
yeah. Now this gives some advantage to Square.
So, on darrenville, pulling off quite a nice fight on his second attempt.
Now, as we know, Darren might recover some time on the Maverick stages because Square is going to go for the armor. But then again, we saw how Darren actually died on the Sigma fights, giving that Square quite an opportunity to actually catch up.
That seems like a nice. Oh no,
He had a good one.
For it, but we call this a total skip because you are able. If you grab the ladder high enough, you're actually able to skip the first turtle to actually do anything, as we're gonna see on Darren's. Oh, I thought that was good, right?
He grabbed the ladder right on the middle. If you're starting and learning the game just doing any percent, you really don't want to get hit by those turtles if you can, because otherwise you might have some problems against Kuwanger if you cannot do the tango quite well. Both of them really close to each other. Really nice climbs by Square. And Darren not so far behind.
There's some trouble though to climb and taking some damage. You can actually pull off this fight with 1 HP. It's quite difficult, but not impossible.
Yeah, funny you mentioned that. We already have Ben Prince on the last race, finishing this fight with just 1 HP.
Yeah, I recall this.
And here we saw Square having problems and dying against Kuwanger, giving Darren the opportunity to take the first place. Kuwanger is not a boss you want to die with because he's really random. And you could lose more time than on any other boss.
Square One taking some damage on this fight, but
He's getting a bit impatient.
Ted in a good position to finish this off. Well done. As we saw in the last race, darrenville not going for the armor. Whoa! Nice snipe on the square.
Just getting 1 hit by a rock. And this time grabbing that life, that extra life.
For the safety, for the swag, call it the way you want.
But I bet he's making sure to not have a game over. Now Square going against RT 55J Green Biker Dad. Going really fast with those boomerangs, he needs to be careful. Yeah, he missed quite a couple of boomerangs there, maybe two. And Darren already over with Chameleon. Again, another clean part of Darren, going really, really fast. And square one going on Chameleon.
Alright, I will leave this commentary to my friend Darcio. I just cannot commentate right now. So let's have a nice race, and
Congratulations.
thank you, and see you all again later.
Very nice fight with square one, just getting really straightforward. And Darren going with some problems, I'll say, just going for the dives. Going for that 50-50 and getting it. So far, that's going really, really good for these runners. Darren just needs to be really careful on the Sigma stages. Now Darren going for the eyes, trying to avoid all possible lag. This is why I really love this stage on manual, because it's really technical. There's a lot of movement optimizations you can do. And changing from the lemon to the ice is one of the most optimal. Now with Thunder Slimer actually not having quite a good pattern, he just needs to come down and stay there. Just like that. Ooh, a square trying to do the fast kill on those blasters. Now I think Darren might not go for this hard. Oh wait, he's actually going for there. And missed, trying it once again. Not something I will recommend doing. While square one going for dives now. With just one dive, that's actually really, really good. That is something you want. Really nice Howie, and getting one life on that one. So now he has a +2 on his life counter. Square already done with Eagle, now entering on it on natural, while Darren about to finish this stage. Oh, he actually chose Mammoth, that's true. He does a slightly different route. But then again, it's like Dawes said, it doesn't really matter when you do Mammoth, so long you have beaten Eagle first. He's going with the ice. And Darren entering Armadillo, which another very straightforward stage. Nothing to worry except on the last cards. where the chance of falling down or dying are actually quite high. So far, very nice stage, trying to avoid as much light as possible while killing those bats. And now Mammoth, as well as Mandrill, you can actually keep hitting them even though he's still on their iframes. Darren grabbing the second heart on Armadillo, which is the last one he will try to grab, I think. Very nice card section for Darren, even though he was almost hit at the end. Now a square going for Armadillo for Mandrill. Now Armadillo can be quite a trolley fight when he wants to. He will just roll forever. Or like on the last race, if you guys saw, the most trolliest Armadillo ever been recorded until now. Okay, Square deciding to go for the Flame Wave here, and then Tornado. This one is the safest one, you don't lose that much time. And it's quite straightforward if you don't want to change from lemons to ice, like Darren did. Now this Thunder Slime is not being good right now. Darren entering on Octopus. Very nice, very clean how he does this first section. The Square is getting ready to grab that heart that is right on the way. Very nicely done. Now this submarine can be quite dangerous, but it's actually really easy to manipulate. If you're right behind him, in front of him, I'm sorry, the only attack he's gonna do is just to blow the air to the left. So it's quite easy to manipulate and kill early. Now Darren going for the kill. This time getting it really well done. And Square about to do Mandrill. You're missing a couple of shots there. And very nicely avoiding that Tyson punch. Now something interesting about Octopus is like, as well as Mammoth, you can actually cut his tentacles, making the fight more predictable, since he can use a lot of moves. He can just jump and shoot. Just like this game, jump and shoot, man. Square going with Armadillo while Darren already on the Sigma stages, where last time he had quite a bit of problems here. Oh wait, he's still Mammoth, that's true. Totally forgot about that. Another thing that is actually worth mentioning is like, you don't want to charge all the time, because that will just create more lag than necessary. Now very well done on the conveyor belts. And finally Square One guiding on the cards. Darren and Square entering their respective bosses fights. right now. Very nice fight, quite synchronized on those deaths. Now finally Darren is going on the Sigma stages. While Square I believe has an octopus fight to do. Now we'll see Darren going and try to do again the leap of faith. And get it really well. Almost effortless. Darren makes the leap of faith actually look really easy, but it's not, even though it only saves about 3 seconds, I guess. It's really worth it once you get experience in the game. Now it's Square on the second submarine, spamming that C-Sting. Darren getting the Vile skip. One thing you really don't want is to press start while Vile is still speaking, because otherwise you can actually softload the game, and that will mean you have to reset the game and do this whole section once again. Square not having that luck on Utovoros here. It's creating a bit of lag. And very nice, well, semi-nice Vile fight. Octopus start with the tornado. If you have enough life, you can actually get trapped by him and start smashing just to make the animation shorter. But there is a chance you can actually softload the game. Now Darren is starting to go in on the climb to go against the Wangari fight, while Square is getting a really bad luck with those tornadoes. The tornadoes are really good when you want them to, because it's a guaranteed hit if you have a lot of life. But if you have a lot of life, it's actually not something you want. And nice! Darren is going to tango with the missile. Very nicely done and very difficult to execute. Now Darren about to play Amitakuji with the spider or the ghost leg minigame. And Square may try to do the leap of faith here. Think he might, oh wait no, he decided not to do it. Might have been the better choice. Yeah, he got like 5 or 6 tornadoes. This time Darren trying to be a bit more careful. And the spider is actually giving it quite a good pattern. And you just get better at this fight only with experience and trying to like really see the pattern, how it's going. The only attack a spider has are throwing the babies here. But other than that, the difficult part is movement along. Square not so far behind, already going for the Vile skip. And Darren is starting Sigma 2. And dying in the process. being betrayed by those moving platforms. Every platform in this game, it's gonna betray you at some point. Penguin already starting with the slides. Even though 2 slides right now, it's really not that bad. It's actually really good. Square, we're getting closer. Missing that dash jump. Really smooth section with Darren here. And Square about to finish Kuwanger. Actually, it took me to start the fight. Opting to do the safe strat and just stay close to the walls and letting the tornadoes do their thing. Really nice eagle fight. Now Square going against Boss Spider. Now Darren against Ragda, hoping for that good RNG, which is not getting right now with that green eye. While Square is actually getting quite a nice pattern on the spider. Very, very nice. Darren actually got quite a good pattern, I'll say. Well, semi-good. But if you have the experience to do this fight, it's just better to just go for the nose first and then do the eyes. But usually what you want is just to destroy one eye and then go for nose. Darren seems to be having a little bit of problems there, just timing those shots. Now Darren getting the armadillo skip. And Square is one hit away from killing the spider. And there we go. We can finally advance to Sigma 2. Now Darren against the hardest boss of the whole game. Of the whole series, let's say. Without problems, making it look really, really easy. Square doing the moving platforms a bit different, but yet effective. Hoping for a good penguin. And we're starting with the slides. Really not something you want. Now Darren here have full health, so it's not necessary to pick up that health drop, but it might be a good idea to pick the other one just in case. And so far, quite good fight on Octopus. While Darren having a bit of lag on that climb. Darren chooses to go down instead. And Square with dives now. 4 dives, not something you want to see. We can as well try. We can as well try. Square almost dying. And recuperating by miracle. Now they're going for T-Rex. Now last time he got bonked. So maybe this time it will be different. Actually, so far he has died at everything except boss fights, which is quite a huge improvement from last race. Really, really good improvement. Very nice fight. And Square just done with Ragnar. Square might be even coming for APV here if he keeps playing as well as he has done so far. Going for that safety skip. And Darren with the double hit. This is one of Darren's best fights in the game. Very clean, very easy, very fast. The Jedi Sigma fight is actually... At the start it can be quite difficult, but it's mostly timing. The two most important fights at the end has to be the dog fight and Wolf Sigma. Once you get enough experience to actually do them right. And Madrigal actually doing quite a nice pattern. Quite good class for Stigma. Oh, that hit in there. You still have enough chance to get another one. And GG with a time of 33-11. Darren takes this second set. Now square one going against Octopus. Let's give our GGs to Darren for such an amazing race. Now Square going on the final part of the stage. Now going against Mammoth. Very nice fight, quite straightforward, getting some hits. Wade might be not as good, but he still has one sub-tank. Starting really trolley. Square might have to be careful here. And very nicely done. Now Square going against Final Sigma now. Starting really well, just trying to keep his distance, avoiding as much as possible, getting just one hit, very nice. And once again, this is mostly timing. But when you're starting the game, this fight can be quite hard and you may die a couple of times here, just while trying to get the timing done. Because it's important for you to not run out of electric spark. Very nicely done. He still has received just one hit and he still have the sub tank. We are starting with a really nice set of plus here. Oh my god, he's just starting to be trolly. Oh my god. And very well done with a time of 37:41. Let's give Square One our GG's. Really nice fight. Really nice race. And so Darren takes this set and game. Very, very nice fight. Now we'll see if we have time for some interviews. Maybe, I don't know if we actually have time. Also, guys, please remember that in 20 minutes, more or less, we're gonna have Tai Vega and Tiki on the race, so you really don't want to miss that right on this channel. So get ready, get hype for that. And please remember to throw them, all these runners, a follow, they really deserve it. They have made a great job so far. Okay, so we have Darren here and Square. Guys, GG to both of you. Great race.
Yo, what's up, Dark?
really, really amazing race. We saw you had some problems there at first, Darren.
I don't know what was going on. Just every once in a while, I'd have a massive brain fart, and then they just started adding up, and I was like, "What am I even doing right now?"
Yeah, but even with 2 deaths, you really had a good time with a 33-13. You could basically have done like maybe low 32.
Thinking too afterwards, like that probably would have PB'd without the penguin death, because I had 2 golds, one at the Sig 1 and Sig 3.
Yeah, it was a really shame, especially on the first lap when you die at every Sigma boss. What happened there?
Was it every single boss? It was. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was. It was every single one.
Yeah, so I remember on the spider, I thought I was far enough away. Like, I wanted to get close enough to the center, and I thought I was far enough away. I knew where he was landing, but I was still, like, a few pixels too far. And it, like, surprised me. I was like, oh, what? Yeah.
And Square,
Second
congratulations on your
Thanks, man.
PB.
Nice.
Yeah, please, Darren, keep going.
On Ranga, I think that was just one of those brain farts where I just started doing random inputs, and then still only
Then
had like one more hit, I think.
You missed the shot, I think.
Yeah, and then I just completely messed up. And then D-Rex is D-Rex, like I just
Yeah,
didn't read that right or something.
Couldn't have predicted that one. But then you quite recover and had quite a good boss fights on the last set of race.
Yeah, those weren't bad. I was pretty proud of those. For the Big Sig, which is, I guess, what you gotta do.
Yeah, and Square, again, congratulations on your PB. I bet you're excited about it.
Yeah, I felt good.
Now, how you felt being this your first raid on the tournament?
I was really nervous on the first intro, but once I came out of the intro with a green split, it just felt like any other run.
Nice. And Darren, this is your first race too, right?
No, I raced Kirby Fan a couple days ago.
Are you excited about any match you will have?
I'm stoked to race Ginny, just because, you know, it's Ginny. It's a cool dude.
It's pretty much old school.
Yeah, super old school guy, so that'll be fun.
And what about you, Square? Are you aiming for any type of match or any goal on this tournament?
I'm just hoping to have a good run every time, because I'm running against some pretty strong runners, so just trying to do my best.
Well, still, congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
I can wait to see more of your races. I bet you're gonna get better and better.
Square, when did you start?
Just a couple months ago.
Oh, nice.
Nice, actually.
Yeah, 36.
Yeah, I've probably been playing 2 or 3 months.
That's still quite good to have a 36.
Thanks.
Okay, guys, we're gonna leave it here. In 15 minutes, there's gonna be the next race, Tai Vega against Tiki. I don't know if you guys have any last words.
Just GG. I'm looking forward to this next race with Tiki and Tai Vega.
I don't really have much more, but definitely stick around, guys, for Tiki and Tai for sure.
Okay, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And thank you for all of you guys for being here, for supporting this tournament. Don't move. There's going to be a next race coming right soon, so stick here.